Unable to place call on your Bluetooth phone.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ashram, Kakadash. Double honor to Elder Prophet Great Mills, Son of Thomas, Truth and Rule Well. Peace, blessings, salutation, Akram out there, scattered abroad to the four corner of earth, that serving truth and true sincerity. So I say Shalom. This has been Nabala. To another video in the spirit, and the topic of this video is going to be about it's going to get bad for Eve out here, and not just for Eve, but for all women, but especially Eve though, and just throughout the week, you run up against different videos. Elder did a video, about Eve, Holy Bible Defenders, and you just see, the mindset of Eve, man, and how what they think and how they conduct themselves, and they're going to be humbled very, very soon. Here they go. They can go out here and they think that they're supposed to be catered to. They're supposed to. They want their standards. They want stuff to be all in their favor, but they don't want to they don't ever want to take accountability. They don't ever want to they can't be held responsible, can't be talked at, can't be talked down upon, nothing, man, nothing. And very, very, very prideful individuals, and very loud and unruly. Oh, I was watching the Cam Newton podcast when he sat down with, I forgot her name, but she's supposed to be the creator of the Baddie show, that show full of folly, and that's the state, the end up right there, man. Loud, out of order, challenging, a man, just being completely out of order, man. But when Cam asked the question, said, what's the benefits of dating a baddie, or what does the baddie bring to the table? She couldn't answer it. Now she tried to do a rebuttal and tried to, say the reason why she was acting like she was acting and doing what she was doing, trying to, basically try to check Cam or humiliate him or whatever it is, whatever the case was. But in reality, she didn't have an answer, because when it comes down to it, these women, especially Eve, they have nothing to bring to the table, man. They think because they looks in their bodies and all that stuff is enough, but there's a lot of women out here on the planet, man. So that's not gonna do it. So and then she was trying to talk about the finances, like money. Okay, you take that out the equation. What do you have to bring to the table? Women don't have nothing to bring to the table but what? But box. And majority of the time, the box is used box anyway. So that's why it's gonna come real soon that these women are gonna be humbled, man, because they are completely out of order. They are fully submerged in Esau's system. But when Esau's showing it, but when he really shows his horns and show how he really feels, especially towards you women, then y'all gonna be sick. And what are y'all gonna be doing? Y'all gonna be desiring for a man, and not just any man, a man of the Lord, the men of the Lord. Why? Because we're the ones that the Lord is gonna set up to be that protection, from the things that's going on. These regular niggas out here, man, they not gonna be able to protect you, man. They gonna be in the same state as you, crying, weeping, looking for help themselves, So I'm gonna grab this. This is Jeremiah 31:22. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, and a woman shall compass a man." And that's talking about go around. They in this society that's set up, they don't need a man for them to so-called be successful, man. They can go around a man and kind of establish themselves and still be able to live in a certain sense, and there's different ways they can do that. And one way they can also that they go around a man is what? by fully relying on Esau's system and by taking advantage of the Section 8, the SNAP benefits, and as well as if you was to have a kid with a man, what can you do? You can go run and go put them on child support and don't have to have the men nowhere around, man. So they're still able to receive these benefits, without having a man to be in their household or be involved in, and it wasn't always like that, A woman was given to a man, and she was under that man, and she was meant to be a servant until that man died. But now you have it where now you have an Esau system where you got this whole marriage thing where go get married, you get married through the state, and a woman, when she gets tired enough, she can go ahead and leave and divorce you and take half of what you got, and then you still got to pay spousal support after that. So basically you're funding her lifestyle, and then she can be set. She can not have to do nothing. And you see that a lot in these famous people. They'll marry these women, they'll get a kid with them, they'll be on a certain period of time, and the woman end up leaving. Now she leaving with half of what you done worked all your life for, and she gonna get child support, and she gonna get spousal support. So she about to get all this money, and she ain't had to do nothing. So this is a system, man, that they have been abusing. Women have been abusing this system because they know they were able to get away with it. But now all those things are getting ready to be taken away from them. It's not about to be. They're not gonna be able to still rely on that, man. And it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad for especially Eve, man. Because Eve is one of the most proud women on the planet, man. How they conduct with Jake. They talk back to Jake. They try to bulk up to Jake, thinking they can, put their hands on Jake. All type of things, man. Just all type of stuff. But they gonna learn real soon. The Lord is going to teach them a lesson. We ain't gonna do nothing. Let me grab this. This is Sirach 27:12. It says, "She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. But by every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow." Yeah, and that's also how they conduct themselves, man. That's going to talk about how just going around here sleeping around, like brother say that CC, man, the cock carousel, man, just going out here just being whores. And then you have these women, these actors, these rappers, these artists set up as supposed to be role models and idols. Look at Lori Harvey, for example. You know who she been with and all of that, but you got women that still look up to her talking about, man, I wish I could be her, or she just living life, or just whatever the hell, man. Glorifying that lifestyle of being around, man, and that's wicked, because that's defiling yourself, man. And these women are defiled, man. They're defiled in all aspects, mentally, spiritually, physically. They're defiled, man. And that's why we need the Lord to return and refresh, renew everything, man. There are some righteous women that are amongst Israel, man, but it's very few. Hold on, let me take that back. There's some sincere followers of women amongst Israel, man. As you know what Solomon said. So I'm gonna correct that statement. I'm gonna say it that way. But far as it's very few. That number is very small. So far as the rest of these women out here, man, this is what they be on, man. They be out here just girls just wanna have fun, living in pleasure. But what the scripture say about that? When you come over here to 1 Timothy 5:6, it says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth." Yeah, it's dead while she liveth, man. Don't truly know what's going on. Not enough lights upstairs, man, if you know what I'm saying. It's out here just living in pleasure, man. But that type of lifestyle and that type of vibration is being brought to an end. It's not gonna be a time where you can just go outside and go to a party and have fun, get drunk as hell, so you can try to escape the reality that you live in. Those things are not going to continue to happen, Everything is about to be taken away from you, Not gonna be able to go to the beauty supply stores, man, and get all your fake hair, your eyelashes, your edge control, man, your fake nails, the things you need to take care of your monthly cycle that happens. It's going to get bad for you women out here, man. And unless you have a man of the Lord that you can come up under, man, you're going to be through. Because the times that we're entering into is going to be very bad. It's going to be a lawless society, man. So if you've seen in the movies, the Book of Eli, different movies. Anytime it gets to a lawless society like that, man, and a woman are caught out here alone, or even they caught with a man and he can't protect her, they take the man out, or they'll grab them both up and they do what they want to do to the woman and make the man watch. So unless you have a man of the Lord, man, it's not gonna be a good time for you woman. But this has to happen, man, because like what Eve did in the garden, man, she sided with the serpent. And in these times, Eve has sided with Esau, man. Sided with the devil, man. The deceiver, the wicked. They have sided with him and they have trusted in him. And it's going to be to their shame, and they're going to find out very soon. So let me grab this. It's Isaiah, because we already see it. We know it's a SNAP. What he's done with the SNAP benefits, that's just one thing. He's done something with the Section 8 too. Everything that Eve used to rely on, man, is being taken away from them. It's gonna be real soon when they come and knocking on doors. Remember me? This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years ye should be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." Yeah, those benefits, man. They're going to be lamenting for them because they're not going to be accessible to them no more. They're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be able to get those things. If you can't look good, you can't go outside. And then jobs, man. Jobs are being taken away. I seen, I forgot when it was, but as far as nurses, I don't think they're getting funding anymore. They don't have those programs that funds them anymore, so they can go to nursing school. So they have to pay for that out of their pocket. Someone who I know, she told me that personally, that she has to pay for that out of her pocket. I think she said she had financial aid, but she has to pay that back. I say, pay it back. A lot of times these women, they done went to college and got these degrees, and the degrees they done got in certain fields, they can't even get a job in that field, man. And then a lot of these jobs are being taken away from AI, and a lot of these jobs are like either sit down jobs or office jobs or along the lines of different levels, but they're being taken away. Trump is getting rid of jobs left and right, and a lot of these jobs that are being getting rid are the jobs that women work. So then what? So he's taking these jobs away, and say you try to go back to school or do whatever, and they don't have the funding for it, then what you gonna do, man? So yeah, they're getting put between a rock and a hard place, man. That's why the Isaiah 4:1 is gonna come to pass sooner than later, because they're gonna be seeking a man, but not just any man, a man of the Lord, a man who's going to provide for them, a man who's going to preserve them from these troubled times. So I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna close out. This is Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? So my eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets." Yeah. She that is my enemy shall see it, man. She's gonna see it. She's gonna go through it, you know. And the Lord, all the ones who done us bad, man, the Lord is gonna allow us to see that, man. You know, He's gonna allow us to see them going through their hell and catching their hell. And yeah, they're gonna try to come back, but brother's not gonna allow them to come back in, because when you had your chance to be around, you know, to stay down, you didn't want to. You chose otherwise. You wanted to choose, you know, to be out here, you know, getting around. So now you gotta live with that. So yeah, we're in serious times, man. We're in serious times, and we continue to keep giving this warning. But you know, we already know that these women are definitely not gonna listen. You know, which is not, this is not for the woman anyway. This is for the elect. But we still gonna get that warning, cause y'all gonna find out the hard way. But hey, man, scriptures say, he deprived her of wisdom and parted not in her understanding. They don't see what's going on. They don't know what's going on. That's why they're supposed to be led, man. Supposed to have a man leading them. But what? They want to be on the same level. They want to be equal. So we about to see where that's going to get you. So Lord, when this video is edifying, I'm going to close up by giving our praises to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shura Kakadash. Shalom.